Welcome back. I am the Aiden Drums, and today I'm going to bring back an old series that I kind of left alone for a while. Kerbal. Um, so recently the new update was just released that included a lot of science well, a few science gizmos. We haven't actually gotten all of them yet, and a campaign, more or less. So I thought this would be a pretty good time to do the campaign, seeing as there's a hyper progression. There's some meaning to it and what have you, and yeah, it just would work out a little bit better. So let's get this all set up. We'll use my KASA flag, and we'll do career. Now, note this is still under development, which means that the game's still in bloody alpha. The game's been in alpha since what 2011. So, or no, maybe that was when Squad was came about. But it's been in alpha for quite some time. It's been in alpha like point 0.2 since I've been playing. So, and that's been months. I've been playing for months, and it's still in really really early alpha. But it's a really good game. So I can't wait to see how the campaign's gonna turn out, because just from this update alone got me really excited, just because of the science aspect and some actual, purpose to this. So when it updated, we got another design. Now, if you remember last update, I believe we got the astronaut complex, which allowed you to recruit your own uh, astronauts depending on their skill. Now we have the research complex as well as another building right back here. And I'm wondering if this actually serves any purpose, or if this is actually the observation deck when they would launch the rocket. Regardless, it would just be really cool to if that was another building, and I think this is really all it needs. I don't see any other um, necessary building. We have the research, we have the recruiting, but I could be completely wrong. There could be a bunch of different things that we could use. I mean, hell, maybe like a wind tunnel or something, so you can test the aerodynamicy of your creations. Um, but that's just me. So let's get into it. Oh yeah, a lot of the backgrounds got changed. If you notice in some of the building facilities, those are completely different. Well, not completely different. They're still the same, but if you remember, these little things would just be like driving all around inside here and going up the elevators and what have you. Um, they don't do that anymore. They're all outside, which is kind of good because those were just kind of distracting in my opinion. Um, okay, so with campaign, you only get a limited amount of stuff. You have to unlock the rest of it with research points. You get research points from sending back data from anywhere. So let's build just a small little rocket. Nothing big. I don't plan on going outside of the atmosphere. This is just to kind of get acquainted. Times 4. There we are. Um, Need a parachute. Of course we need a parachute. And it wouldn't hurt to have an antenna. Alright, now that's all we can really put on here for our first few flights. And it's going to be a lot of these first few flights. If this can make it into orbit, which I'm pretty sure it can't, if I were to add maybe like 3 or 4 more fuel tanks, it might make it into orbit. But, no promises. So I'm not going to save them because they're extremely simplistic designs, and I'm happy making them over and over again. Plus, I'm not going to keep this design for as long. This design only works for about 4 or 5 launches, just so that you can get the base research points. I have played the campaign a little bit. I had to stop myself before I got some of the more, before I got the more or less high-tech science thing, so that I could actually kind of come in here with a fresh approach and not beat the campaign. Okay, so this needs to be reordered. Alright, there we go. SAS is on. Jebediah is looking around kind of aimlessly, trying to flip buttons, which we told not to do. But, yeah, so let's launch. So these things are probably not going to do shit. Unfortunately, I didn't take into consideration the overheating. So hopefully it'll burn out for... Oh shit, I'm at 10,000 meters. I might actually be able to get some kind of orbit. Okay, and then we... 16... 20... or 30... 50... and 65... 55... and... it's getting kind of ugly. So 1460... Just try fiddling around with this. Come on, something good. Yeah, fuck it. This is only really to... Oh wait, I wanted to put a node there. This is just to get a basic orbit so that I can get my crew report. And also, for those of you who have played the campaign and are kind of struggling to get research points, a really good thing, or a really good way of getting research points, and it's really cheaty. Well, it really isn't cheaty because they have a value in for it, but it kind of sounds stupid. Take water and land samples of Kerbal. It gives you a decent amount of science, surprisingly. But I'm sure when you start going to the other planets... Oh, shit. Damn me talking. Once you go to the other planets, that research will be... Or those samples will be more important than Kerbals. Looks like I'm not actually gonna make it. Oh well. Now what we do is we just go in for the actually, let's see if I can get a crew report. Let's keep that data so that when we recover we can at least pick it up. Okay, so I have a parachute on this one. It shouldn't go too badly. Shouldn't go. Okay, once we're down to about 4,000, I need to turn off the fast forward. Right about there. And there we go. One small little step for Kerbal. I don't know. But anyways, so you really want to just try and do missions. Just get into space, take crew reports and whatnot. That's really all you can do at this point. But you can also do this, where, let him go to the water, have a little swim, get a surface sample, keep data, send him back into the thing. Maybe get a few samples. Unfortunately, here's the hard bit. Trying to get back into your fucking not lander, but your capsule. It's a bunch of fiddling. I'm sure I can. I think I might be able to recover him when he's outside. I haven't actually tried it, so maybe. There we go. Got 15 from his sample of water, as well as all this from the crew report from the atmosphere, surface samples, and recovery vessel that survived a flight. So that right away has given me enough science where I can do this as soon as it loads. There we go. Research. I can now unlock the next tier, which will unlock a science equipment, a thing for science equipment, as well as decouplers, as well as another fuel tank, or as well as more fuel tanks, and hell, I can even unlock another tier if I wanted. See, now this is where it gets tricky, because I don't know really what I want to do. I don't know if I want to try and get something for more of the aerodynamics, and I could have decouplers and whatnot. These are the kind of situations that you have to kind of like figure out what was more important to you. So I kind like the general rocketry would be good for if I'm trying to do flights out. If I'm trying to go to the Mun, and for that I would need landing struts, but I'd also need a ladder, and there's a bunch of different little things that you have to worry about. So yeah, I'll figure this out next time. But I've been the Drums. This has been Kerbal, and yeah, thanks for watching.